Hey everybody, how we doing? Well, no babies yet, but we're getting closer. Yeah, we're getting real close. Matter of fact, if I go by the charts, today is, Wednesday the 6th, I believe? Tomorrow should be the first day. For the first one's bred, should be the first day tomorrow, then the next day. You know, it's possible, but I'm not too sure. We're starting to see Cayenne, the brown and white one. You can see it bagging up just a little there. Look how she's sunk in by the hips. If you we'll try to get another look at her later. They're always filled up pretty full, and then they start getting sunk in right up in front of the hips. You can almost see right here a little bit from Dub where that white spot is on her. That wasn't that way the other day, and behind her Cayenne is really more noticeable. Those are two of them that are getting close. So what we're going to do, I got some help coming a bit. We're going to bring them inside. I looked at my sheet, and there are 11 ewes here, 10 are bred. I figure one is not. Old Tammy's probably not. 5 of these ewes, if I have them right, on the days they were bred anywhere between October 13th and 18th in a 5-day period. Then we skip 5 days, and then the next 5 would be bred between the 23rd and the 28th, the next 5 days. So here's what we're going to do. I mentioned in an earlier video, I've got them in this small pen where I've got the cameras, I can see them, I have cameras inside. I got some help coming. We're going to split them so that we can work them nice and gentle. You don't want to mess around with them too much this close, but my catch pen, it's always so easy to work with them. We're going to bring them inside. We're going to take the 5 that are later and Tammy and let them back out here in this pen. The other 5, I'm going to lock them in the catch pen area and then also let them go out. There's a small outside pen next to the catch pen. I'm going to put those 5 there. That way, when I have to sort one out, I only have to sort one out with 5 other ewes around, not with 10 or 11 other ewes around. So it'll be a lot easier for me if there's not as many. And of course, Murphy's Law, if I pick the 5 closest, you know who's going to lamb first. One of the ones I leave out here. But we can still work around them. To me, it's just easier to work if they're in a small group. So that way you don't hassle them around much because they're just going to run around. The other ones will. And then new lambs get run over and all kinds of stuff like that. So anyway, got help come a bit. Let's go ahead. Let's go see if we can run them in the barn real quick. We'll get ready to do that. When help comes, we'll sort them, and then we're going to talk about some other stuff to have on hand to be ready, and a couple things I want you to look out for if you're going to be having lambs pretty quick. I got a couple things I want you to keep an eye on, so let's see if we can get them inside. All right, there we go. Let's go, girls. Up, 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 all the way back. I'm going to grab the door. Goldie stays. So let's grab Megan quick. Callie. If I get B7, I'd like you to look at that horn.
Oh, here, I'll just come in. Don't freak out.
Yeah. Get her closed. I'll grab her. You just stay right there. I think it's pointing out.
Yeah, it's going down.
And out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's loose.
All right.
So it'll probably pop off.
That sounds good. Let's let her go.
Okay. She goes outside?
Yeah. I had one the other day and she bled like a stuck hog.
Oh.
All right, let's see where we stand here. Got to make sure. Didn't make a mistake. Brownie goes out. Okay. Out there I got Megan out there.
Who's this brown right here?
This
Brown
one?
white Yeah.
That's Cayenne. Like I said, she looks, when you see her, she's sunk in.
Yeah, I already say she's holding her tail out too.
Yeah, but she's 5 days after the other, supposedly. So we'll see. Okay, so inside I got Cayenne is here. I got Goldie there. I have Blackie. I have I'm Back Girl. I have Dub. So Brownie and Tammy go. They go out. You see, she is bagging. Actually,
She is.
yeah, and she's not one of the last ones. So. Oh. That's it. So we got the bag on Brownie.
Yeah.
All right, we got sorted. Here's our 5. These would have been 4 of these 5 were bred the first 2 days. And take a look, as you can see now for Dub, look how she's a little sunk in. We got a belly, but look how she's a little sunk in on top. I had a picture of her. I'll see if I can find it. If I can, I'll put it up. From a few days ago, she wasn't sunk in like that a few days ago. That's one of the first things you see when we're getting close. You can see right over the top of her 2 white spots, they sink in right at the top. And that kind of lets you know, hey, we're getting close. Now, especially you're going to see at Cayenne, the brown and white one, you could really, I've seen that on her for the last day or 2. She's been sunk in. Thing is, she should be the last of the 5. Of the other 4, 2 of them were bred on the 13th, 2 were bred on the 14th, and Cayenne was bred on the 18th. She should be the last of the 5. But like I said, Murphy's Law, one of those that's just kicked outside, that's going to be the first one to lamb. We all know that. All right, I want to get some stuff. We want to go over a few things, what to have, what to get ready, and some stuff I was noticing just in the store today that might be of interest to you. So hang on a bit. We'll get moved out here where I can do this. All right, we got them in, we got them set. What do we want to have on hand? If you've never lambed before, this is going to be your first time. If you hear a little grinding noise, it's just a tree branch that I need to cut because it keeps rubbing on the building. Anyway, what do you need to have on hand? Well, a bottle with a nipple, just in case you got to bottle feed somebody, or you may have a situation with first-time mom, you don't have any colostrum. She doesn't have anything. You need to give colostrum or something like that, help support a little bit. You should have a bottle and a nipple on hand just in case you're going to need it. I keep a box of gloves, tube of lube, just in case I got to go fishing for one that doesn't want to come out. But I will have to say, I don't think we've never done that with a painted desert. I had a black belly ewe once. I had to have help. My daughter came down and helped me. We did have to pull one out of that. He was huge. Had to pull one there, but I have never pulled one from a painted desert, so haven't done that. Another nice thing, a little sniffer. Got to go to Walmart, the baby section. They got these little things to get the boogers out of the babies. Well, you know what? It works on newborn lambs too. So you can have one of these. You can kind of suck that stuff out of the nose and get that out of there. There's a couple times I really wish I had it. I didn't. I'm swinging them around and all kinds of stuff trying to get that stuff out of them. So a couple of bucks for one of these, nice to have. Now, 2 things we're going to discuss. Colostrum. It's worth it, 20 bucks, to have at least a small bag on hand, because I got lambs tonight and it's midnight and I got lambs. I want to give them something. And if I got to do it because mom can't do it, I don't want to have to wait till the next day and run to the store for colostrum. So I want a bag of this on hand. Now, keep an eye on one thing with this. This is, I don't know if it'll show up or not, colostrum replacer. Now, I was in town today and I was at Tractor Supply looking around. They had a lot of colostrum. They had a lot of colostrum supplement, not colostrum replacer. I had to do some digging. I did not get this there. I've had this since last year, but I will go back and get another bag. I did some looking around first. They did have some by Purina, and it was actually a colostrum replacer. They did have one bag. They had 5 kinds of other it was all supplement. So what's the difference? Colostrum replacer is 35% protein, 25% fat. Colostrum supplement is 25% protein instead of 35. Colostrum replacer or supplement isn't much better than milk replacer. It's pretty close to the same. It's within 2% as far as the protein is concerned. So when you're buying colostrum, you want replacer, not supplement. So make real sure you're doing replacer, not supplement. The next thing, we're going to bottle feed. And I am going to bottle feed. I'm going to have to, because I have Dub out here that has triplets every year, and only one side of her bag is good. So she can feed one, two, maybe some, but she'll never feed three. And last year, I fed one with a bottle from day one. Another one took a bottle. Didn't take a bottle right off the bat, but after about a week, he started taking a bottle. And he did that for about 2 weeks, and then he quit. And the third one, he got everything from Mom. So it can vary, but I know I'm going to have milk. Now, one thing to look at there. Ooh, hope I didn't make too much noise. I got the microphone in there. Did you ever watch these people doing videos? Hang on. And everybody uses this square microphone. We all use that square microphone. But do you ever notice how many times people are out in the wind and it's so windy and you can't hear anything? Or they stick it on their hat or something like that, and it's got the little fuzzy thing to keep the wind out. I don't know why nobody's figured out. Just put it in your pocket. It does a really good job in your pocket and get you by. Milk replacer. Here's one thing to take a look at when you're buying milk replacer. Now, as I said, I have 2 farm stores. We have our Tractor Supply. I'm in eastern Nebraska, and we have one called Baumgars. And they're in Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa, and I don't know, they may be in a few other states. I'm not sure how wide of a range they have, but they're Midwest based. Those are the 2. All right, so let's start Tractor Supply. I'm looking at a bag of lamb milk replacer. It's a 22.5 pound bag. It has 23% protein and 30% fat. All right, 23%, 30%. It's $72.99 a bag. I then went to my Baumgars, which is a lot smaller store. There's nothing, Tractor Supply is everywhere. Baumgars is just here in the Midwest. Instead of a 22.5 pound bag, theirs is a 25 pound bag, a little bit heavier. Protein and fat, 23%, 30%, exactly the same as Tractor Supply. Did they use the same ingredients to get to 23 and 30%? I don't know. I didn't go down the whole list of everything that was in the bag. I know they both use coconut oil, which kind of surprised me, I guess, but they both use that. So maybe they didn't use the exact same ingredients to get to those percentages, but they both were 23% protein, 30% fat. The difference is, while Tractor Supply was $72.99 a bag, my Baumgars was $51.99. $21 a bag cheaper. All right. Vitamin D milk. Good old red capped vitamin D milk is good to use. You can use that. My daughters use some of that with her goats when she doesn't have enough milk to get from the others. She will use that. I believe I sat down and did a video last year where I took a bag at like $50-some for the bag, and I compared that to vitamin D milk. And if I'm not mistaken, vitamin D milk came in at about twice the cost. So the milk replacer was quite a bit cheaper than the milk. A lot of people swear by the milk. They have problems with the milk replacer. I've never had a problem with it. I had one lamb last year, a ram lamb that I bottle fed from day one because Mom rejected him. I had the one triplet I fed. By the time I weaned, the triplet was a little smaller, but she was real little when she was born compared to her older brothers. She wasn't that much smaller than everybody else when I weaned them later. So mine have done fine on the bag of milk replacer. That's what I'm probably going to keep using. And to be honest with you, I like milk replacer. I'm kind of, want the easy way out, maybe should I say. I like the milk replacer because personally, I like getting some hot water at the sink, pour it in, take the bottle and go, versus take the cold milk, the vitamin D, and now have to sit and warm it up. So I'm in a hurry. I'm always seems to be in a hurry to go somewhere, so I guess I kind of like the milk replacer. To me, it's just a little bit easier. In a sense, sometimes you still have to warm it up anyway. If I got one that doesn't drink the whole bottle, I bring the other half, put it in the fridge, then I got to warm it back up the next time. But that's just the way I do things. So otherwise, that's it. Keep an eye on milk replacer. I thought for sure when there was that much price difference, there would be a considerable difference. One would be a lot higher in fat or a lot higher in protein. That wasn't the case. One was just a lot higher in price. And the real important one, colostrum replacer, not supplement. That's the real important. All right, I know we've been about every couple of weeks on the video because there's just been nothing much going on. But I got the feeling by the time you're back for the next video, I'm hoping there's lambs. I would be just real thrilled if I could get them all done in 3 weeks. I'd be very, very happy if I could do that. Don't expect that to happen, but I'm hoping anyway. So odds are we'll probably see you next week and hopefully with some little ones. See you then.